Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the history of Sega. I'm Ronald McFartstrumpet, and in our previous episode we took a look at the 16-bit era and Sega's rise to prominence. In this episode we move into the 32-bit era and the beginning of Sega's downfall. Sega were on top. The Mega Dave had done the business, and the company were in a position of power. But Sega themselves knew that if they didn't step up to the plate, their grip on the games market would weaken. The company's experience in the arcades made them instantly aware that three-dimensional games were the future, and Sega quickly began work on a home console that would seize the market's thirst for 3D. Sega's first attempt was this thing. Called the 32X for absolutely no reason, its bulbous, mushroom-like shape was chosen due to a lucrative advertising deal with the band Mushroomhead. It was this advertising campaign that doomed the machine from the start. The public responded with accusations that it was offensive, belittling, and just a bit really. Support for the 32X ended quickly, but the console was never designed to be anything more than a stopgap until Sega was ready to launch the main event, the Sega Saturn. While the Sega Saturn delivered a more consistent and visually impressive experience for its time, it failed to gain momentum due to not having a game featuring its flagship character, Sonic the Hedgehog. It was at this point that Eugene Naka had grown tired of the character, calling him a c***, and demanding to lead a project that would fulfill his creative tendencies. The resulting game was supposed to be the beginning of a new flagship franchise for Sega, but sadly, it never gained the same momentum. The game was called Into Genes, and its big focus was on flying around a colourful dreamlike landscape that ended up confusing gamers who were more at home with a bloody cartoon hedgehog for some reason. Not only was the Sega Saturn lacking a Sonic game, but the console itself was a gas giant, situated 1.2 billion kilometers away from Earth. This limited the appeal of the system, as it was very difficult to access it if you were a common pleb. Sega had lost their lead in the games market. A last-ditch attempt to gain their audience's trust resulted in the release of 3 Sonic titles that were developed very quickly and rushed to store shelves. Sonic Arse was a 3D racing game with poor controls. Sonic 3D Arse was an enhanced port of a Mega Dave title that nobody liked. And Sonic Arse Jam was a compilation of games that fans already owned. The Saturn was done, mate. Join us next time where we look forward to Sega's last-ditch attempt at regaining its audience's trust with the launch of the Sega Dreamcast. Until next time, get out of my house.